So we'll get a few folks' thoughts.
Okay, so I have worked with a lot of couples with infidelity, and I have been trained in Gottman, and so I know Gottman tends to err towards like not re-traumatizing or adding more trauma. But then when you think about it, like there are a lot of people who are so anxiously attached that they're going to make up a story anyway.
That's right.
And so sometimes that narrative can really help them. But it was always hard for me to find a way to empower couples to make the decision kind of on their own. And so when I was working with someone, I was working with a female, and her husband had betrayed her. Their couples therapist, which I thought this was pretty spot on, would have them basically, she could submit those questions or have those, but then have her wait and sleep on it 24 hours and really think to herself, is this going to contribute to healing, getting this information,
Yes.
or is it going to contaminate it?
Yes.
And so I find that when I do that, they tend to make a really good choice for themselves.
Yes.
And the right one as a couple, and they can actually have some discussion around, like, it
Right.
just works. So
Thank you.
I don't think it's a black and white answer. That was what I was going to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Who else?
I think that was pretty much the conclusion that we came to as well, is that are they entitled to a full disclosure? Yes, but that exploration around, is that really good for you, is where we were thinking that gets so muddied, just because we know the likelihood of being re-traumatized or being obsessive compulsive about the information that you get can just be very
Totally.
difficult.
Yep.
So
Thank you. One more.
So when we were going through our training, one of the things that we found to be very powerful and we use with our couples all the time is, yes, you have the right to know everything, but keep in mind you can't unhear or unsee anything your partner tells you. So make sure you want to know that answer before you ask the question, which is the 24 hours thing is great. But we say that right away when the client calls us and says their partner betrayed them, we will say, make sure if you're going to ask questions, you want to know that answer, because you can't unhear it. And that's been really powerful for a lot of our couples, because, they tell you all the places they did it, or all the things they did, and now they're doing them with you in those same places
Yeah.
and doing those same actions. You're going to have a different
Right.
experience.
That's right. Yeah, if someone acted out in a McDonald's parking lot, do you want the golden arches to be a trigger for you? Right? I mean, seriously, and that's something we go through. I love all of that was shared, Now, there are people out there who don't think that disclosure should be done, and everybody has the right to be wrong, So, no, I'm kidding. There's no one right way. I know that. But here's where I come down on this, is that people have a choice to be in a relationship or not. And if a betrayed partner says, I choose not to continue this relationship unless you answer these questions, that, yeah, they're getting help and support around sifting through what they need, then this other person has the right to say, I choose my secrecy over you, or I choose you over my secrecy. And we can help them, make that choice.